Hey guys, I'm back with a video finally after 7 months of not uploading. I have found my motivation to draw again, and that comes in the form of Sonic the Hedgehog, believe it or not. Sonic Prime. This was actually my real first show of Sonic. Well, Sonic Boom, I would see it on TV here and there, and I wouldn't really watch it because, there was better things on TV than Sonic Boom. But Sonic Prime, the reason I got into it, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, because of an edit of Sonic and Shadow. Yeah, very embarrassing, but what can I say? I got a soft heart for them. But the thing is, this show, how do I say this nicely? It severely pissed me off. Yeah, it really got me angry. It shivered me timbers, and not the pirate mode. Not the pirate kind of way. And the thing about this, the reason they did that was because of all the plot armors. Not because the show was necessarily bad. It was a decent show, But I found myself, the reason I watched this was because of my curiosity that they kept leaving us on instead of more of my enjoyment of this show. It was just like, come on. Every time they're so close to solving a problem, oh no, what happened? Sonic wasn't fast enough or some shit like that. Like, something annoying like that would happen, and just like and I finished watching season 3 like 2 days ago, and it was really something. Yeah, the fight scene, how many episodes was that? Like, I think that was half the season. I'm not gonna spoil anything, by the way, but how do I say it? The ending was you watch at your own risk. I mean, go watch it. For sure, the art style was pretty and beautiful, but yeah, I'm just gonna say it's gonna make you angry. Now, the top question is, would I let my kids watch this? Absolutely not. I don't want them to have anger problems growing up. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I was just like too into the zone with this show. But yeah, a good example of a kid TV show actually would probably be like Troll Hunters. Like, it's still a little scary, but like, there's not full plot armor going on. I mean, there's some in some episodes, but this show was just like, oh lord, it felt like it was made by Netflix. Like, it really got that Netflix oomph to it. But honestly, the characters, I think that was one of the main reasons I kept watching this show. Like, they were really just beautiful. They were like perfect. Like, even Sonic, his little annoying ass, but like his catchphrases and like the jokes weren't hitting as much, but like the quip things he says, like the quirky things he says, was just Sonic to me. It was just very Sonic, and I actually really loved it. I enjoyed that part of the show. The thing I want you to know before this video starts is this is just for fun, okay? This is not like I'm not like trying to make anything better. I'm just making them into humans, okay? Because I like drawing those. I like being creative, and it's kind of like an exercise, really. So to start off, I'm gonna do Sonic, which is the main character, and I'm gonna do him with a very obvious pose of him stretching, because he's always hyped up. He's always ready for a race. And for the hair, I could not, for the love of me, figure out what to do. I was trying to mimic his hedgehog form hair, and it just kind of made him look like a wild caveman, which is like not really the vibe I was going for, because this is the version of him where he's in Yoke City, with the Eggman overlords or whatever. And for the eyes, I changed those multiple times later on because I was like, it's giving too much of Kirishima, you know what I'm saying? So I decided to keep them for now, but with the hair and the eyes, I was just like, nah, this is not it. But now that I'm looking at it, it wasn't that bad. I think I was just being extra. I just kind of used some liquify tools and to change him up a bit. And I had to like mirror thing, and I was like, everything is crooked, it's fine. I changed it and it's fixed now. And yeah, I changed the hair, and I had to look up several reference of him human to figure out how they did the hair good. And until I just was like, you know what, I'll just do my own, and hopefully it turns out better. And I did it, and hopefully you guys like this version. Now for his outfit, I was thinking more like, those running thingy when they have like those basketball shorts over the leggings. So I did that, but made it all blue, obviously. and I was thinking of putting a puffer jacket over him instead of just a regular sleeveless jacket, or I'm a regular sleeveless shirt. It is a puffer jacket, so it makes it look more like, I don't know, futuristic. I added the gloves from the series that 9 made for him, and the gloves were like impossible to draw, but I figured out a way. And just don't zoom in into it, please. And the shoes, I'm not gonna lie, they're the ugliest shoes I've ever, like, I understand the appeal, but like personally, me, that looks like, I don't know, a Walmart Spider-Man version shoe. And it's just he was saying how it was all dripped out in the series, and I was just like, no, that is not drip. And for the coloring in the highlights and shadows, oh, I fixed it in later, and instead of just a boring little basketball shirt, I added a belt to it to make it a little fancier and a little more futuristic. And for the shading, I did a lot of things to make it work. I did a lot of editing, but it was kind of short. It didn't take long. And of course, I started drawing this at like 10 o'clock last night, and I didn't even finish by midnight. I was like, nope, I'm not doing this, and I finished it in the morning. And I added some glasses, but yeah, the glasses really like pulls everything together, make it more futuristic. I'm gonna do a lot of editing things and make the background as best as I could, so it's not ugly. But yeah, and oh yeah, I did the cool overlay thing, and here it is. I'm proud of myself. It's Sonic in my opinion, like the eyes, the everything, the outfit. I like it. Tell me what you think in the comments. Now for Tails, you guys are gonna have to trust the process, okay? Because the sketch, I changed it a lot. Well, not a lot, mostly the eyes, because I don't know, he looked too cartoonish, and I wanted to make get kind of like that web comic vibe, so I changed the eyes at the end. But let's talk about the show a little bit. The thing that bothered me with the show is that of course it wasn't like original. The multiverse has been like a big topic ever since, you know, a lot of superhero shows and stuff, but it's more of the way they did it, because the personas that they showed us, we actually found out that they weren't the main characters. The main characters had their own island, like their own shard place, so they were just like different version of them and not actually them. You get what I'm saying? So it was like, if we get attached to these characters, of course we're gonna be like, when Sonic gets what he wants and his friends are all back, it's gonna be very awkward. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, it's gonna be like, oh, we're just never gonna see them again, you know? It's, I don't know, it's very off to me. And like, if you introduce us to all these new characters, we're gonna get attached, and once we get attached, we will not want them to go away, and by doing that, we don't know who to root for. Do you get what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it has been a few days since I recorded for the Sonic one, so if my voice sounds different or like the quality sounds different, I'm so sorry about that. But for Tails, I wanted to keep his like original colors, kind of. At first I wanted to make him a ginger with blue eyes and freckles. I mean, he is a ginger with blue eyes, but he doesn't have freckles. And then, I don't know, once I added freckles, I was like, ooh, this looks a little off. Maybe it was like his skin tone, but I changed it after to make it look, you know, more uniformed with everything else. And for the bionic tail, since he doesn't have an actual tail, I was just thinking of making him one bionic tail since he's human, so he could like have a tail. And I didn't make him two because I don't know, I wasn't thinking, but one tail I think would have been enough. Also, it's kind of very hard to draw that, and I was like, yeah, one is enough. Now he actually has a tail. Instead of Tails, they could just call him Tail. I'm probably gonna regret that decision later on, but that's for future me to worry about. So I'm gonna change his eyes real quick, and you guys are gonna see the change to make him like less cartoonish, in my opinion. And you know what's weird? Making Tails like this angsty boy was surprisingly well done. Like, I was not expecting like a villain Tails, but they did it, and like, respect on them. I'm not even gonna lie, it has been a few days, so my voice and probably the audio sounds a bit weird. But here I am drawing Rusty Rose. Honestly, they did a good job villainizing Amy. Like, I was genuinely, every time she came on the screen, I was like, oh, dang it. They're gonna get caught or something, or like something bad's gonna happen, because she was like a determined, she was always on their tails, pun intended. And it's like, wow. The choice to make her a robot though was a bit like, huh? And like, I kind of want to know the lore to her backstory, because like, how did she become like that? I'm not gonna say spoilers, but where's Birdie? I know where Birdie is, but do you know where Birdie is? And it's like, the suffering she must have went through to, like, I think she got captured by Eggman. They yo, that's traumatizing. And they're just like, yeah, let me put that into a kid's show. Like, the lore is good, but it's like, wow. I don't know, man, but she looks badass. Her hair, questionable, but you know, she's part robot. That's like the least of my worries. Now to draw her, I don't know why, but when I rendered this the drawing time lapse, it was like it took longer than most of them, because I was just trying to figure out how to sketch her out. But I don't know, but it's just like, I don't know why it's so slow. It's like 4 minutes time lapse. All the others are like 2 minutes. So it's like, I don't even know what you guys are seeing, if you guys are seeing me draw, or is it just a blank canvas. But I'm gonna check that later in the editing. So anyways, her hair, it was hard to do with, but I figured it out. I finessed it, and I was trying to clean up my sketch, I can't speak, line art, and it's fine. But yeah, to make her all robotic was a tough decision to make, but I was like, I'm gonna stick with it. You know, that's part of her past, that's part of who she is now in Eggman's in New York City. So I couldn't just erase that part of herself. But then again, yeah, it took longer because it was so like difficult to figure out where all the parts is, like her mechanics, or like, is there human under, well, human, you know, whatever animal she is. Like, is there a piece of her under there, or is it just all replaced? I'm pretty sure there isn't, because in the series we could see her stretch her body and stuff to something that a human couldn't do, or like a creature couldn't do. And yeah, for the coloring, I kind of just went for it. But now that I'm looking back, she kind of looks like she's from like Transformers or something. And the shading, oh boy, shading robotics is like, either you can make or break it. I didn't want to make her too shiny. She is called Rusty Rose, so I put some stains on her that kind of look like caca now I look back at it. And yeah, I did my best. She's not my proudest Amy, but you know, I still love her. And here they are, my precious babies. You know, I was low-key not feeling them when I first drew them, but now that I'm looking at it, it's not that bad. Well, I just gotta clean up my, line art a bit, but everything else, they look pretty good, pretty decent in my opinion, and I'm very proud of them. So if you guys want me to make a part 2 of drawing other characters, leave recommendations in the comments, and like this video and share. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.